Okay, folks, and we are live. Welcome to another Sunday Night Futures Live. This is Bob Desmond, and it's going to be an awesome week. I just want to be full of positive mental attitude tonight. So, what we're going to talk about tonight are obviously the futures action. We're going to go to that in a moment. We're going to talk about inflation. They passed the one bill. Now they're going back to Congress. They're trying to get another $4 trillion. Insanity. We're going to talk economic data. What came out last week? What are we looking at this week? We're going to talk about Tesla, Elon Musk, maybe selling 10% of his position due to, he's such a madman, due to a Twitter poll. We're going to talk about the valuation of the market using the Buffett indicator and the Shiller PE ratio. Shiller PE ratio, the highest since the dot-com crisis. And the numbers are amazingly high. We're going to go over that in a moment. But first, let's do a screen share. And let's talk about our friends over at TrendSpider. Folks, don't settle for ordinary trading software. If you're using these old clunky charting softwares that just simply MACD and RSI, it's not enough any longer. You need to automate your grunt work, speed up your technical analysis, and improve your accuracy. Also, time your trades with precision by using trade alerts. I use them all the time. I will be using them tonight. Reduce costly analytical mistakes and find winning chart setups with their scanners. You got to use the algorithm. You're going to see how quickly I go through all of these trades tonight. Within a half hour, I'll go through 10, 15 symbols, and I do it pretty detailed using multi-time frame analysis, monthly chart, weekly chart, daily chart, overlaying support and resistance levels from a monthly or weekly time frame onto a daily time frame. Sick stuff, powerful software. TrendSpider, 35% discount code below. Lowest price on the web right now. Take advantage of it, TrendSpider. And where is the, here, I'm going to put this in the chat box. I don't think I put it on the video description area. I want to go say hello to people. There's the link, 35% discount code below. What is it? 35 CON? What's my discount code? Where is it? 35 CON. CON 35. CON 35. Here you go. Here's the links you should use. Go there. Enjoy. I give it away free with our silver and gold level memberships. Enjoy. Okay, let's get to it. Let's begin first with saying hello to people. That would be nice. Let's be courteous. And who do we have on? Sam. Sammy, good to see you. Franklin, hello. Larry, spring ahead or fall back. It doesn't matter. We're all just Biden. I got to click this. Hold on. That's awesome. Spring ahead or fall back. It doesn't matter. We're all just Biden our time. Love it. Welcome aboard. All right. Who else do we have? RB. What else do we got here? Hi, Bob. California is giving our tax money away again. I heard your governor hasn't been seen since he got his last jab. Last headline I read was that he was spending time with his family. Talon, hello. Cena, hello. All right, let's get to it. Let's take a look at some futures action here. Let's hide this. Let's see what's going on. Let's kick it off with the U.S. dollar. I was kind of surprised about the dollar being so weak on Friday. You had some good economic data that came out, yet the dollar, I looked after hours and, man, hammered. But what that allowed was for gold to rip, as well as the miners. So the dollar is down relative to its close after hours on Friday, but relative to its normal hours of trade, it is slightly up. Let's go to gold. Gold just had a monster session on the week. I mean, it was the first week we closed above 1,800 on gold since like forever. It's been a while. Gold and current is up. These are 4-hour charts. These will all be 4-hour charts unless I say otherwise. BA broke up finally. Where did it close? BA. I'm looking at that 190 point on Boeing. Oh, it's up at 224 now. Oh, it rallied. All right, so it broke out. That's what you mean. Okay, gotcha. It broke out. It never did hit that 190 mark. I have an alert set down there. All right, back to gold. Seymour Rivers. That's because the second dose makes you sick for a couple of days. He's been out of the public eye for like 9 days now. So gold up. Let's check out silver. Silver also had a monster week last week. Not as good as gold, but good nonetheless. We have a breakout here. We were in 4-hour time frame again. We were in a downtrend channel. But it appears as though we're good here. It appears as though we have broken out of that downtrend channel, and the path of least resistance is beginning to change to the upside. Sticking with commodities for a moment, let's check out agriculture. Corn, breakout point failure. We broke out here on the 28th of October, did a round trip. This is bad. We're probably going to retrace all the way back down here to this lower band of support. This is a bull trap. A lot of bulls got baited in. Soybeans, woof, hammered. Let's take a look at a weekly chart of soybeans. Could inflation be transitory? This is a very bearish chart. This is a weekly chart now. You can see head and shoulders set up, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline broken. Bearish reversal bar on the week. Last week, we have broken down below support. Soybeans in a lot of trouble. Back to a 4-hour chart. Wheat. Also a breakout point failure or a bull trap, whatever you want to call it. Call it cupcakes. It's just not good. We broke out here on the first round trip, broke back down, couldn't hold the breakout. Very bearish. Expect a retracement here. Possibly down to 721 the bushel on wheat. All right, let's check out Bitcoin. Bitcoin rocking here. 4-hour chart again. We are breaking out or have broken out of a beautiful. Oh, no, we haven't broken out yet. I stand corrected. We have not broken out. We're attempting to break out. We have a mini breakout. I'm going to salvage some of my humility right now. We'll make it a pretty purple dash line. Mini breakout. There you go. But really, we want to see this upper band of resistance pierced, closed above, retested, then a continuation breakout on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's looking the bomb. Let's go to a weekly chart really quick here. We have a weekly breakout. Is this today? Yeah, weekly breakout. Looking very nice. Okay, let's Copper, Dr. Copper, threatening a breakout here. Weekly chart, holding support. Dr. Copper firming up. Let's can't post messages. What the heck is this? I'm getting an error message. Hopefully I'm still live here. All right. Gasoline. We're going to talk about gasoline in a moment. Gasoline is down on the session, but off the lows. This is a weekly chart. Looks like we're going to get a continuation breakout here. 4-hour time frame. Rough session on Friday afternoon. Bearish reversal bar. We broke support. Here is support. We are at a very critical juncture here for gasoline. Because if we fail, if we take out the lows of last week, gasoline goes lower. Is it possible? Is inflation transitory? Nah. Sorry about that noise. I hate that. Okay. That alert is set. What else do I have here? All right. Let's now talk about equities. Everything's settled down now. All right. So the initial opening price action was not good. Excuse me. They tried to move it lower. Let's go to a 5-minute chart. See what they did here? They've gapped it down. And now they've rallied it back. Let's set up an alert. See whether or not they fade this strength. Buyers are moving in here. Very interesting. Okay, we'll check back in later on. Interesting. BA, please. If we have time, Sina, we will. Michael Anthony Carter, how are you doing, sir? People getting in for Santa Claus rally? Yeah, they might as well. Tis the season, no doubt about it. Okay, so those are the S&P 500. I'm looking at YouTube comments. I'm seeing whether or not they're all carrying over. So if I'm not addressing your comments, no, it looks like I am getting all the comments. Okay, good, because I'm using a new product. I want to make sure it's working properly. Okay, let's go on to the Nasdaq. Ooh, look at this. Nasdaq down, was down lower. Same opening price action as to what we saw on the S&P 500. No turning of the tape green yet. The candlestick, yes, but only because it's trading off the lows of the session. Let's go to a 5-minute chart. Look at that gap down. Nasty. Pierced the third standard deviation Bollinger Band. Buyers moved in. The trip Qs have been up for 9 consecutive sessions. It's only happened 11 times in history, and the Qs went live back in 1999. So we may be setting up for a pause here. I mean, when you take a look, and I went over this with members on the week ahead commentary yesterday, the weekly charts, the daily charts are showing that we're very extended. We're due for a pause, a correction, if you will. I'm not predicting a crash or anything like that, but the opening price action here on the Nasdaq and the closing price action on Friday is certainly indicative of a market that is a little bit weary. It's come a long way, so it's due for a rest. But I do agree. Who said it earlier? William mentioned people are getting ready for the Santa Claus rally. Very, very reliable. This is a very bullish time of year, so we're not going to discount that. Can't discount SPY. Paul, hello? Even with you, sir. All right. So let's set up an alert here. I really want to know. Let's see if we get a continuation move lower below this support level here. Or does it act as a support? Now, we're now down greater than a 1/4 percentage point. Oh, I did it again. I always do that. I'll show you exactly what I do wrong. Here, I always forget to change this. Pop, boom. Okay. Let's, what are we missing here? What didn't I go over? Russell, the Russell 2000. I had it up here before. What happened? The Russell, which has just been in fuego. We got stopped out of the Russell the week before last. Thank God we did, because it just kept going. We were short, and we saw the breakout, stopped out, and it's in fuego. Let's go to a 4-hour chart, see how we're looking. It looks like it wants to go higher. Look at this beautiful stair-step action higher. We're very overbought on an intraday time frame. But man, beautiful candlestick action here. But they dropped it at the open, but buyers are there, man. I don't know who went dumping, whether it was a test of the conviction of traders or what, but man, they tested the market and shorts just got burned. So the Russell looking very strong. Let's I want to check out home heating oil. For those of you in the Northeast, Sam, I know you're in the Northeast. Sam, are you home heating oil? Sam's on Long Island with me. Let's go to a weekly chart. I got to decide whether or not I need to fill up my tank again. 3-week pullback. Looks like we're bottoming here. I think I got to call my oil company and get filled up again. All right. Sam, you're on oil too. All right. So you're feeling my pain. Okay. Let's does the Russell do well with high rates? Yes. Yes is the answer. And the reason for that is that the perception, so along with the Russell, so do dividend-paying stocks do well when yields go up higher. The perception is that the economy is growing, expanding. That's why the Russell does well when you have yields rise. I did analysis on that. I've shared it from time to time, but yes is the answer to that. The Nasdaq, not so much. Now there will come an inflection point where you start to get up to about, I don't know, 2018, it was like 2.2%. The entire market started to buckle. They just couldn't take yields above 2%. Now we have what, another $7 trillion worth of debt or more. Since then, I don't know what the number is going to be, what the magic number is before everything starts to buckle on rising yields. So, in the short term, anyway, yes, the Russell should do well. Let's take a quick peek at. He filled your tank 2 weeks ago. Good man. I'm trying to keep mine filled, and I have them come every month just to keep it topped off because I worry about shortages now. Okay, let's. What did I? Oh, I want to go to bond prices. I started off the conversation tonight with the 10-year Treasury. Which appears to want to move up higher here. That means yields lower. We had strong economic data, yet yields dropped, and I found that very strange. Along with the U.S. dollar, at least on Friday, the dollar was still up on the week, but very odd. I was listening to Peter Schiff today on the treadmill, and he was saying that the average hours worked. I missed this. As a matter of fact, let's go to it now. So this is next week's economic data. Friday. So we had very strong payrolls numbers. The unemployment rate dropped. Oh, they don't have average hour. That's just why I missed it. It's not on here. Average hours worked declined. So what you interpret into that is that, well, maybe there's less overtime available to people. So that's like a forward-looking indicator. If companies start scaling back on OT, that could be a concern unless they're putting on personnel and they don't need overtime. So more to come on that, but I don't think that that's really something that would influence the bond market. Not a one snapshot in time type of deal. I think there's something else at play. So going into this coming week, the NFIB Small Business Index on Tuesday. This is a sentiment index of small caps. So watch the small caps if this number comes in negative or positive. IWM long, let's go. Chewy, hey, how you doing, Chewy? Paul, why is gasoline at the pump higher when RBOB is lower? Not sure. But I do have the chart of gasoline. I want to point out why I don't think it's going any lower anytime soon. On Wednesday, we always get the initial jobless claim. That's a weekly number. We're going to get CPI, the consumer price index, artificially low. You could probably double it and be around where we're at in terms of where inflation truly is at. And if you're wondering how are they manipulating it, they manipulate it by they use a metric called owner's equivalent rent. Rents are skyrocketing, but they don't include rent increases in the CPI. What they do is they get cute and they say, well, what if that person bought a house? What would they be paying? So what are you talking about here? So this is why these government numbers aren't worth a hill of beans. Watch the import and export prices. Those are the true tales of the tape. Thursday, Veterans Day. God bless our veterans. Friday, U.S. sentiment survey, and we get another inflation read. And let's go to Jennifer Granholm. You're going to love this. If you want confidence in your government, let's see whether or not she's going to inspire confidence at the gas pump.
In Sturgis, Michigan, it is $2.89 a gallon. I guess that's better than in California. What is the Granholm plan to increase oil production in America?
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
That's hilarious. A year ago, we were energy independent. Last week, OPEC told us to go scratch our, you know what, because we created this problem, and they're telling us, hey, get out of it yourself. So this is your energy secretary, and her response to the Bloomberg question was with laughter. They're not pumping anytime soon. They have no intention. Here's gasoline prices up 83.5% over the past year. We're taking a pause here, pause that refreshes. In all probability, we are breaking out higher. So energy prices looking very, very strong. You want to take a look at oil prices on a weekly time frame. Sam, guess we didn't need that Alaskan pipeline. Yeah, right. NY Jets. Is there a calculable relationship between how inflation rate and corporate profits? Are profits adjusted for inflation, true profits? Hopefully, I stated this correctly. Well, your large cap players, they're always able to, if their input costs go up X, they're going to tack on a little bit extra for their profit margins, so their profit margins don't get squeezed and hopefully expand. So the problem comes in is when the consumer says, I can't afford it anymore, and then they lose on sales. So for a while, they were able to absorb the prices. Now they realize the prices aren't transitory. The price increases aren't transitory. They're going to have to adjust prices up higher. They've been eating these costs for a while now. They want their money back. So it's always the same. Ultimately, it's the consumer that pays until such time as they stop buying. Because as the old adage goes, the cure for higher prices is higher prices. So either people produce more to reduce the cost of the product, or people just stop buying. So for a while, yeah, there is a relationship, but ultimately it breaks. So good question. Oil traded off the lows of the week last week, but on a daily time frame, you look at oil inside, but it was an ugly Wednesday, Thursday. I was very surprised, and I mentioned this on Thursday Night Stock Charts Live. One trading day makes a big difference, and on Friday, a big pop up higher, an inside bar on oil. So oil appears to be stabilizing and looking good. Unfortunately, looking good. All right. We did Granholm. All right. Let's talk about Elon Musk. I love the guy. I love the guy. He's a character. He puts up a poll, and he committed to it. And by the way, I'm short of Tesla, and I hope he dumps tomorrow morning. We're short of Tesla using December 17th put options. I actually hedged that position by using a calendar spread selling put options, meaning generating cash flow. They expire this coming Friday. That's to offset the time decay that's beginning to pick up on the options, and it buys us some time. So he put out a poll. of whether or not, here's the question, much is made lately of unrealized gains being a means of tax avoidance. So I propose selling 10% of my Tesla stock. Do you support this? And 57.9% of the people said, yeah, sell your stock. And he tweeted here, I was prepared to accept either outcome. So it looks as though, I don't know when he's going to do it, but he's going to be selling some stock here, 10%. I think he's got 17% of the shares. So not an insignificant amount of shares. But I think that the sentiment is going to change a little bit because, we're at nosebleed levels. I don't think there's any coincidence here that you have Tesla, which was early last week trading with RSI greater than 90, still has RSI at 85.28. So very overbought. And frankly, I had expected a pop-up higher on Monday. We may not get that now because what this looks like to me was a orderly pullback, and it may still just be. So it's going to be an interesting trading day tomorrow for Tesla. Members will go over Tesla on Market Wrap tomorrow evening. Franklin, hey, reminder, hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button, subscribe, whatever you do on Twitter. I'm live on Twitter now, too. I'm simulcasting. Wherever you're watching, do what you're supposed to do to get more views for the person that you're watching on that platform. We're on Facebook right now, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, a whole bunch. I was trying to get on Rumble, but Rumble's not on my software yet. So Rumble coming soon. Let's talk about market valuations. I haven't gone over this in the past couple of weeks. Why? I forgot. We remain strongly overvalued. The last time I went over the Buffett indicator, we were 2.9 standard deviations beyond the historical norm. At its highs, we were at 3 standard deviations, completely bananas. We are still utterly and crazily bananas, extended beyond the historical norm, but we've actually come down to 2.4 standard deviations. What does that mean? We are nosebleed nightmare proportions extended beyond the historical trend line. If and when this market goes, it probably won't happen until the Q1 of next year. It's going to be a bloodbath. But right now, path of least resistance remains higher for equities. The Shiller PE ratio, I mentioned this earlier, we are highs not seen since the dot-com bubble. We are now at 40. We haven't been above 40 since 2000. I was trading back here, man. And when this blew, brother, it was a bloodbath, a multi-year bloodbath. Buckle up. Chris, hey, Bob, I bought calls on BIGC before earnings, and for once, something actually paid off. Big haha. Should I cash in on them on Monday or wait until 11/19? You're trading the front month options. Me personally, the time decay is rapidly picking up. Let's go over it for you while I'm thinking about it. BIGC, right? Why is this not? What's going on here? Strange. I don't know what's going on there. BIGC, Big Commerce Tech. What's your strike? I'll wait for your answer, Chris. Paul, when when a large insider buys or sells, how long is it before it's public knowledge? They issue them quarterly. It's a quarterly report that comes out. Actually, no, that's the hedge funds. It depends upon the percentage, but you can use TrendSpider, and they will show you here officers in the company. This is with all their membership levels. This is Tesla. You had insiders selling $1 million worth on the 27th. So pretty recent data here. But hedge funds, they report quarterly. I know that was not your question. But the insiders, you can get that. It's pretty quick when you get that information. Chris, I'm going to go back to your chart here. I don't know what your strike price is, but I know what your expiration date is, and it scares me. Me personally, if I'm long of front month contracts, I'd be looking to make that money real, because you don't have room for mistake. You get a pullback, a couple of days worth of consolidation, and the time decay is going to ramp up. So, you're 50. You're at 50. Oh, dude, ring the bell. Me personally, I can't give investment advice. Me personally, what I would do, I would make that money real. Put that in your pocket. You also have the regular shares. Good. Look, I like the chart. Here's what's probably going to happen, though. And this is the natural order of things. Is what generally happens is that when you get a breakout, huge breakout, normally you're going to get a retrace back down to retest the breakout point. So with that being a probability, not a definite, but a probability, I would want to get out. You get a spike up tomorrow morning, I would not wait for the close. I would take advantage of the expansion of the implied volatility, because you're going to have a lot of people chasing those options. There's crazy numbers of people out there right now buying front week options. Take advantage of their buying, because those buyers are what influences the implied volatility. Once you begin to see the weakness come into the share price, the value of that option is going to dry up like a leaf. So make that profit real. No worries, man. Abel, hey, Bob, would you personally trade the recent cluster insider buying on Intel? You know, if it correlated with a chart that looked like it was about to break out, sure. I haven't looked at it. Let's save this. That's why it signed me out. All right. I hate the chart. I see some minor selling by insiders. Looks like you had some people exercise some options. You know, I would have to defer to the chart. The chart is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. On a daily time frame, on a monthly time frame, it's beginning to shape up. Actually, we have an inside bar. Maybe. So this $50.28 mark is very critical support. Weekly view. Looks like we hit resistance last week. I'm going to clear this all off. This is getting way too noisy. Remove all. Boom. Much better. You know, so the only thing I worry about with Intel is that you've seen a plethora. I use the word plethora. A plethora of counter trend rallies. You had it here, you had it here, and ultimately they failed. Are we setting up for another one here? We don't know. The semi sector is looking outstanding. This is a relative underperformer. And I don't like this chart. The daily chart, I don't like at all. I think what you need here to resolve this is you need a pullback. Let's go to the weekly chart. You need a pullback and a higher low. You can even use a daily chart for that matter, but you need to see finally that we're done putting in new lower lows so that you get confidence that builds. This is still a stock in a downtrend channel. Let's move this up. Let's put a support level here. I'm going to create an alert. Let's see if we break through it. I'm going to keep a good amount of sensitivity on here to capture a potential higher low. I would not buy this stock right now. As far as I'm concerned, it's a weak stock. Weak stocks tend to get weaker. What I'd be looking for, a pullback, a higher low, nibble there, stop loss right below. If we break to new lower lows, and if it does not, if it holds the support level, add more on a rally up and through 51.56. That would be a continuation breakout. Then it becomes interesting. Then the mystery is resolved. The downtrend is probably over. I have some stocks I need to go over. These are some watch stocks for the new trading week. St. Joe, Florida land stock, looking the bomb going into the new trading week. Monthly breakout. We have a weekly breakout, bullish key reversal bar last week. Look at this consolidation. I want to know this. Do we retest the breakout point? What was resistance? Will it now act as support? Touch, bounce. Keep a little bit of sensitivity. This was such a hot stock back in the go-go days of the financial crisis or pre-financial crisis. And we're good to go. So this is one of the watch stocks we're looking at for the new trading week. You're welcome, Chris. Anytime, man. Yeah, you got whenever you have those front week or front month options, if you get money in your hand, take it, because that pullback and that time decay is murder. You bet, pal. John Spencer, where the heck have you been? Long time. How you been? Papa Pops. Hey, Bob, thank you for your great show. As always, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Believe me, guys, I do this because I love hanging out with you guys. Bob, when you get to chart requests, you nailed the pullback to the penny on EQ. I saw your comment. Thank you, Falcon, for that. Now a high tight flag on a daily. Okay, we'll take a look at it. Is it allowed to speak about BNTX on YouTube? I don't know what's BNTX. Now you got me BNTX, excuse me. Before you got me so curious right now. St. Joe, bullish into the new trading week. Love it. BNTX. What the heck is? Oh, oh, that's why. All right. I'm bearish. Weekly view. You're in a downtrend channel. You're probably coming down here. What you could do is just create an alert at the lower band of support. It'll be a swing trade long. And then out. Keep this active for a while. Daily view. Yeah, you got to avoid it. It wants to go lower. See, we did it. Pfizer vaccine partner. Oh, okay. Bob, can you please do a chart analysis of AMP token crypto? Let's see, AMP. AMP token. I don't know what that is. AMP. What's the name of it? Is that what it is, or is that the symbol? Wow, I never did that before. Yeah, just broke stockcharts.com. AMP. AMP. Yeah, it's not coming up for me. See, TrendSpider is odd when it comes down to. I could chart it versus Bitcoin. It's performance versus Bitcoin. So, oh no, this is AMPL. It's not coming up for me, Sam. It's a symbol. What's the official name of it? I'll see if I can do a word search on it. Paul, TLS, if you have the time. Okay, let me go through my other symbols. How much time do we have? Wow, we're running out of time. Let me blow through these. Airbnb, good earnings report last week. Definitely extended here. Flex Amp. Yeah, it's not coming up for me. Crypto, FlexAmp. Yeah, it's not coming up, Sam, for me. Sorry about that, man. All right, maybe we'll join in on Thursday. We'll go over to TradingView and we'll go over it then. Okay. Just remind me and I'll have TradingView up. All right. What else do we think? Oh, Airbnb, we're going to go through over. You got it, pal. All right. So Airbnb, a rock solid week last week. It broke out of a downtrend channel. It's really been consolidating. It's not fair to say a downtrend channel. RSI very strong. Daily chart. Daily chart, we blew right through the third standard deviation Bollinger Band like a hot knife through butter. This is going to correct. So watch for a pullback here. But on that pullback, and ideally a filling of the gap right here at around 170. 180. Touch, bounce, breakthrough. We want to open up a long position. We'll keep that active for a while. AVY, Avery Dennison. Good looking chart. Beautiful breakout last week. Watch for a pullback and a retracement to this support level. Avery is a long. Beautiful breakout on a weekly time frame as well. Good stuff. BRZU. Put you long of Brazil. Commodities. We're consolidating here. We've stopped going down. That's rule number one for any issue that's been in a downtrend. You want to see it stop going down and consolidate. Now, I do not want to leave the weekly chart. Now we want to see strength and a breakout. What we may do here is sell naked puts to average down our cost. If assigned to us, great. Good support here. I want to know if we retrace back down. And we're good to go. Let's check out seasonality really quick. Let's go to the monthly view. November, not the best month. This only goes back 9 years, though. April, the best month by far, then June and July. So no great rush here. I think, again, this is a good one where if you wanted to generate some cash flow, you've seen a consolidation, sell naked puts at around, and you need to be experienced to do this, folks. It's not for the faint of heart. You need to look at the 60 strike thereabouts and sell naked puts at that strike. If they get put to you, well, then you got them at a discount. You have to like the stock. You have to want the stock, or in this case, an ETF. Or else you have to be very, very good with identifying your probabilities, or else you could get in trouble. But right now, I like the setup here. We're basing, so that's what makes it interesting. This is a very, very speculative trade, but one where you can generate some nice cash flow if you like it. I happen to like it because commodities are on a tear. What's one of the biggest commodity producers in the world? Brazil. Gush. These are the exploration stocks. They're getting ready to blow through the roof. Here's a weekly chart consolidating nicely. I want to know when we break out. 121.89, that's the line in the sand. We just looked at the chart of oil a few minutes ago. Friday, very bullish price action. We'll keep this active for about a month. All right, let's scroll back. Let's take a look at, all right, Cena with Boeing. Why is my RSI so? All right. It looks to be a buy. Big reversal week last week. We broke through 1, 2, 3, 4 resistance levels. Watch the 224 mark. That's a little bit too much sensitivity. Watch for a retrace. I wouldn't buy it at the beginning of the week. I want to make sure that it doesn't break back down into this trading range. Breakthrough touch, bounce. It's looking interesting. Check out a daily chart. Very nice chart. Very, very nice chart. Good volume on Friday. Boeing looking good. Patrick. GLBE. Earnings and lockup removed this week. GLBE for Patrick. Ugh. Pat. No. No. Avoid. Warning, Will Robinson. Warning. We broke support last week. Bearish reversal bar. You have another support level here. Thank you, Will. Yeah, smash the like button, please. Hammer it. I mean, show it no mercy. Smash that goddamn thing. Haunts me. All right, bearish reversal bar, GLBE. It looks as though, unfortunately, Pat, it's probably going to retrace down to $50.51. Let's go to a daily chart. Yeah. You know, it may pop up. It may try to recapture 54.50. Ultimately, I think it's probably going to fail. Now, if it gaps up and recaptures 54.50 and it closes there, then we revisit it. All right. But until that time, it's a show me stock. It's got to show us that it's worthy of our investment dollar. Right now, it is not. Avoid. TTD. The trade desk. Monthly chart not looking good, but no new monthly low yet. I don't. You got to avoid it. You broke support last week, and it looks as though it wants to go lower. If you close down below 68.15, you got to avoid it. Oh, Falcon. Okay. Daily chart. Yeah, it's probably going to retrace to this support level here, 68.55. What would be very bullish is if we intraday trade below it, then rally back and close above it on a bullish key reversal bar. That would be interesting. But right now, I would avoid. All right, EQOS for Falcon, EQOS. $7 resistance mark. This is a monthly chart now. Weekly chart. So yeah, it triggered off our alert. So we got the retest. Right. This is what you were talking about, Falcon. Okay, yeah, I got you. So we set up an alert. We were looking for a retrace back down to support. We got that retrace. We rallied off the lows of the week. We closed back above a support level. Good stuff. Definitely not a bullish reversal bar. We're probably going to consolidate sideways here, I would imagine, for a while. If you're looking to get long, I would wait for another retrace. Back down to support. Keep a little bit of sensitivity on. But I think that last week's price action, despite the fact that we closed down, was very, very bullish because we had a very bullish week prior to, a little bit too bullish. We needed a pullback. We got the pullback. We got a retest of not one support level, but two. I like it. So all down weeks are not created equal. The outcome here was very positive. Daily chart. Yeah. So it looks as though what we're setting up here is we had a doji star formation. That's a sign of indecision. Looks like we're setting up for a continuation move up higher on EQOS. So what I would do, watch for that breakout. No sensitivity. All we care about is a close above. We're not day traders here. Why is this sensitivity? Boom, boom. There it goes. That's better. And we're good to go. Falcon, I'll share this with you. You're welcome, Falcon. Anytime, man. Franklin, thanks, Bob. Everybody have a great weekend. Same to you, my friend. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Paul, BA getting some interest since PFE. Promising oral treatment for more people traveling. Okay. Earnings tomorrow morning. Earnings for what? All right, folks. With that, if I didn't get to all your symbols, I apologize. But thanks for joining in. I really appreciate it. Everybody have a profitable trading week. If you could smash that like button, I'd appreciate it. And what else? God bless. Have a great night. Be well.